Hello and welcome back to the Car Throttle Podcast, where Ethan, Jack, Gareth and I read out your emails, act as your automotive agony uncles, and discuss Wow, everyone, look at your reactions.
I was wondering where that elastic band went. Now I know.
You're impressed.
Yeah.
Depressed.
Ooh. Anyway, let's just get straight into it.
Yeah.
What have we been up to, boys? Ethan, what have you been up to?
We did some filming last week,
Yeah.
which I enjoyed very much, with a young chap called Jack McNeil, who you might know on TikTok because he has what's his series called?
Shitbox thing. Build my shitbox.
Is it Project? No, it's not Project Shitbox. That sounds like how it was.
It's something shitbox. Something. It's like a fan build shitbox.
That's
series.
it, yeah. So you might be aware of him. He has a Nissan Micra, and he has been doing a series on TikTok where the top comment in each video picks the next modification, and he's stuck with it. So I think he started with the wrap or something like that, or maybe not. Didn't start with the wrap. But we filmed with this car because it's it's reached its peak, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's now.
He's got over 1 million TikTok followers as well.
Yeah,
Mental.
yeah.
Nuts.
And he has got
Is that his final form?
I think it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think he looks good.
It looks something. Yeah.
It looks different.
It's the loudest and slowest thing. But did you enjoy the filming itself?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah. It was nice and
It was a
relaxed.
good day.
And he's a super nice guy, very accommodating with us. And
He bought us lunch.
Yeah.
he bought us. Yeah, he
Yeah.
bought us lunch.
Yeah.
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 Really kind of him.
Yeah.
That never happens.
No. And one thing that I will say about Jack as well, very switched on young man. He's second year uni, 20, 21, something like
Yeah.
that. At the end of the day, so we took his Micro out and I dropped him home, and then he collected his car, which is a Yaris T-Sport. Is that right? The 1.5. That's his new project build for TikTok. Anyway, it was the end of the day, and then both of his cars obviously need to go home. So three of us convoyed back to his house. He was in the lead, and me in the Micro, and then Edwin, one of the social guys, was in his Clio 182. Got in the car, and I was like, right, I'm going to have a bit of a fight here to try and keep up because, Jack's young, got a pretty cool car. He's going to smash the living daylights out of the really nice country roads. He didn't. He was really sensible. We pretty much stuck to the speed limits. He didn't thrash the car. And I was like, holy shit, like fair play.
Yeah.
My respect for Jack went up like tenfold then.
Yeah.
Because anyone else, I think at that age, in that situation, meeting like in inverted commas, like YouTube heroes or whatever, would think, oh yeah, I've got to prove to be the big bollocks. But he didn't. He was super level-headed and, like you said, really nice guy.
Was he still running the car in?
No, it's an old T-Sport. But no, fair play, Jack. Honestly, when you didn't rag the shit out of that car, my respect for you went up tenfold. So fair play.
Yeah.
And that video was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I think you will have just seen it.
Yeah.
Last Friday.
Absolutely.
So check that out on the channel because that was good.
Yeah.
Took it through Henley.
We did indeed, yeah.
Before we continue with the podcast, we want to tell you about an exciting opportunity. Do you or somebody you know have a car that needs saving? Maybe it's fallen into disrepair during lockdown, or it's just in need of some TLC. If you or someone you know can relate to either of these, then we have some good news for you. Because we've teamed up with Geon to give two of our fans the chance to restore their cars back to their former glory. We know lots of you have had a difficult 12 months, so this is an opportunity for us to give something back to the car community. If you want to get involved, all you need to do is email savemyride@carthrottle.com with pictures of the car and the story behind it. Once we've picked the two winners, we'll get to work on the restorations, filming the whole process along the way. You'll then get to see your pride and joy featured on Car Throttle this May. Now, back to the podcast.
As for me, I've got a new long-termer.
Finally.
Can you guess what it is?
E46
No,
BMW.
it's a BMW.
It's a
though.
BMW, yeah.
It's a BMW. I've got a BMW M340D. So it is 3-litre diesel, twin turbo. I think it's beautiful.
What's it like?
I imagine really nice.
What colour is it?
I've actually looked. It's dark blue, Jack. So the reason he's trying to trip me up is because it should have been delivered this morning, but there's been a little bit confusion. So I actually drove here in the E46 Compact, and I had like 0 miles left in the tank. And I was like, okay, I'll take the Volvo. Volvo didn't start.
Oh no.
So I plugged in the battery charger. Didn't help. So now I've got a dead Volvo, dead battery charger, and I managed to fill up the compact, obviously, but the wheel bearings like wham, and the oil smoke smell from the back of the engine is getting progressively worse.
We actually needed to, at the beginning of the year, get you to this point with a car because
Yeah.
you didn't have a car.
No.
So we just needed to buy you a daily driver.
Yeah.
We somehow bought 3,
Yeah.
but we got you here.
Yeah.
We've made it to your long term.
Thank you very much. So I'm super happy with the Beamer. It's wicked. Bit of me, that.
Well, it's BMW, so
Quite,
yeah.
quite posh show. Also, the Vitara, sold it.
I'm
Sold it
so
today.
gutted.
Sold it in one day, actually. I put it up on Instagram for 300 quid.
Bargain.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, it's got
It
like
is, yeah.
a few
Are
days
they
left
gonna
of
MOT
MOT.
that?
And
Oh, you've got a few days.
Yeah,
So it's going
yeah.
to be like an off-road thing, not really.
well, no,
driven
I
on
mean,
the
you can
road.
get it fixed up if you're an idiot.
Jesus.
But the guy who's actually bought it said, "Oh, it's going to go with my current fleet," and he's also got our old E39 that we paid 150 quid for. So Oakley bought the E39, sold it to this guy, and then this guy's like, "Oh, I want the Vitara as well." I don't know why he'd want it, but fair play. You are like a more budget Oakley. Like, Oakley's the guy that we always rely on to buy our shit cars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when
we
they're
give him
done.
stock. Yeah.
Yeah, we give him stock, and then
Yeah.
he just fixes it up, and moves it on. It's so like symbiotic. I love it. It's a good process.
Yeah.
But the Vitara starter motor's buggered, and I'm moving house, so it's been parked on the road for like 7 weeks. Sorry to my former neighbours, but you're not my neighbours anymore, so I don't care. But yeah, the car's gone, so sorry.
I feel like we do need to tackle that lake, though. If it's not in the Vitara, it's in something
But you know what?
else.
That lake won't be a lake anymore.
But next year.
All right, next year. Next
Sure,
year.
we've done it in a few things. Though,
Not
haven't
when
we?
it's that size.
No, that was a
Oh.
big old lake. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was full.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Ethan on a Saturday
Maybe
night.
we should
full.
get
Yeah.
a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A boat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
We
Jet
get beach
ski.
straight away.
Jet ski would be fun.
Yeah.
Jet ski on an off-road
Oh,
course. Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
I like it.
The initial part might be hard, like the actual getting to the location. But when you're on the water, I'm sure it'll be all right.
Yeah. Is it on the M3? That'd be quite tough.
Something
Jet ski.
Let's hope that never happens.
It'd be tough on the knees, wouldn't it? Gareth, what about you?
So I DM'd a dude from Car Schematics who
You're welcome.
does all these awesome pictures. So you're welcome. Anyway, to cut a long story short, he said, "Oh yeah, go take some sexy pictures of your bike, and I'll knock one of these plaques up for you." So I did. So I spent a good hour polishing the bike so it looks immaculate, and then sent the pictures over to him. So
You know they're not actual pictures. You know it's like schematics, so you don't need to polish it.
Yeah. But I wanted to. I wanted to send some clean shots.
Okay.
through. Anyway, I took the bike out this weekend after it'd been sat in the garage, so shimmery, shiny, clean. And some water had collected somewhere and then mixed with all the scunge that I'd collected over winter. And so when I pinned it on one of the long country roads into quite a few corners, all this like smooshy spray just hit me in the face, completely covered my visor. I couldn't see a damn thing, and then unzipped my jacket and wiped my whole helmet down the side of my body to try and get the sludge off.
Yeah, wipe your helmet. You always got that.
So I had a clean helmet after that. But yeah, I learned a lesson after that.
What was the lesson? I'm still on clean helmet.
All right,
That's
I
the
left you
lesson.
there. That is the always clean your helmet
Okay.
after it gets
Get a
covered
car.
in
That's the
smoosh.
lesson.
Get a car.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, get a van.
Okay.
And then you can put a bike in a van.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What about multiple car
Hey.
van?
Oh.
you push it all off a cliff.
Jack?
So just a couple more bits to the Turbo MX-5, and I've got a little bit ahead of myself because I've got some like fiberglass side skirts and bumpers and things that I've been putting on.
You're going to
for,
put stuff
going
on that shit?
full
I know.
Transpect.
So, I'm hiding all the mismatching panel gaps and stuff with stuff I can throw.
I
on
think
it.
that's its charm, though.
No, yeah.
Bit
This
like
is anti-fill.
mismatched panel gaps.
Yeah. Well, what would be the human equivalent of a panel gap?
Thigh gap?
Yeah, thigh gap.
Okay.
or-
Dat thigh gap.
I got bad thigh gap.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I've been putting some body panel. What do you make of like aftermarket fiberglass body kit stuff? I'm intrigued to see your opinions on it.
Depends how bad it. I mean, some of them are really vulgar. Is it like quite tasteful? Phil's all right.
Well, Phil hasn't got anything. Phil
Yeah,
hasn't-
it's got fiberglass.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
That's worked in though, so that's done.
Yeah,
that's done
Oh, is
nicely.
yours literally riveted on?
I plan to go through it.
I
suppose
quite
rivet.
like that. Rough and ready rivets. Just,
Yeah.
just go for it. And the side skirts, I think they look quite cool as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry what people think. I think it's cool.
I'm not too worried. I just wanted to get
And it's light as well.
yeah, it's gonna break nice and easily.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Ethan,
Yeah. All
cool.
of the above.
Thank you.
Which part do you like most? Side skirts?
Weight reduction.
Okay.
Oh, weight reduction. You're adding stuff to it.
Cut the sides out of the car.
Yeah. For sure.
Anyway, so your Turbo MX-5 is coming along nicely.
It's coming along nicely.
Excellent. So we'll see a video of that on the channel at some point. We should do like a little review of it. Can we
Really?
do that?
Are you
Yeah.
going to put a roll
Can we do
cage
that?
in it?
I've already got roll bar.
You do?
What about a versus?
A head to head.
Phil versus the anti-Phil.
Oh. If you want to see that, then
Comment below.
comment below. Exactly, yeah. On Cobra.
I can't
that's a
versus
good
you
one.
though because you'd be a better driver than me at Cobra
We'll
Don't
get Ben
give him
Collins
that.
back.
in a
Don't
more
give him
dialed
that.
car. No, I will.
Don't give him
No,
that.
that's
Why?
I'm going to get my excuses in
I'm a
early.
legend. I'm a legend.
Get Ben Collins back.
Think how
Ben-
long he's been round Cobra.
Yeah.
He's done it a million
I
times.
thought you were just going to stop there. Think how long it's been round.
He's been around for years.
he was riding around a Cobra on his dinosaur.
He was there when they were laying it out.
Oh, okay. Thanks for that. I feel great. Let's now move it on to a section that we call Grind My Gears. And Andrew has written in, and the subject line is Creepers. Gareth, would you like to take it away?
Okay. Oh, this is a lot more text than I was expecting. Right. Anyway. Hi, JLR marketing department. I take it he means all of us.
Yeah,
We've
because-
got there.
Yeah,
Great.
we love JLR.
I know you
They're
do.
the best
You love
company
our-
in the
One of us
world.
does.
Did this just come into your email?
No. That would be my
How are the
P45.
panel gaps on the Defender these days?
Why do you even go on about that? That is not a thing.
It's quite much, pretty much.
Have you driven the new one?
Yes.
And
Panel gaps.
are you talking shit?
No, I couldn't get it. I couldn't actually drive up a hill because the panel gap was so big. It was like there was just so much wind resistance in the panel gap.
Anyway, we all know that you're talking shit because you have no idea about the panel gaps in the new Defender.
Yeah, neither does the Defender.
Yeah, it doesn't
Shall I have
because
2
there
inches
aren't
there,
any.
1 inch there. All right.
Inches. Do you know how big an inch is?
He does.
That
Ask
just a
Ethan.
little bit of an inch. Anyway, talking bullshit. A real grind my gears. I'm wondering if you guys have ever noticed or bothers you as much as it does me when driving around town. As a subject line says, creepers. Let me elaborate. I don't get it. Okay, anyway.
Reaper.
Let me elaborate. Approaching the back of a queue at some traffic lights and coming to a stop behind the last car, all of a sudden, despite the lights still being red and no one else in front moving, the car I stopped behind has miraculously found another half car's length to pull forward, in turn making me look like the one who selfishly stops too early and taking up more space on the road unnecessarily. When did stopping at traffic lights, applying the handbrake, and simply waiting till the traffic starts flowing again become such a chore for most drivers on the road? Hope you can share some thoughts on this and have a vent on my behalf. Regards, Andrew.
Here.
Is this a thing?
Yeah.
Wait, what's his
Really?
issue?
Is
Yeah.
what's your issue,
I don't
Andrew?
get it.
Yeah.
So like you're stopped at a traffic light, and then it's red, and people are just like impatient, so they just like creep forward a little bit. Just I don't know, just because they think it will make them feel better if they have some progress. And enough people do that, and then the gap, if you're completely stationary, the gap between you and the car in front is massive, and it makes you look like a dick for like parking like a car length or 2 car lengths behind. Do you
Can't you then just move with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's like, why doesn't everyone just stop,
All
apply
right.
the handbrake, and just
Okay,
wait?
Just wait
Okay.
for the lights.
Exactly. Yeah. Instead of like bunching up, because it doesn't get you anywhere any quicker.
Is it because more people are driving automatic cars and therefore it's less effort? You just creep forward. There's no thinking behind it. You just do it.
Less effort than what?
I
Well,
think-
then a manual car where you're releasing the clutch slowly in order to go forward. Then they just release the brake and it creeps. So maybe the issue is the cars have changed and more automatic cars on the road. I'm just trying to find
Perhaps.
logic in this.
Yeah.
I
I'd
don't
have thought
really
that
care.
it'd be more true with a manual though. You're like getting ready. You know what I mean? You're getting ready.
Yeah,
to,
but
like,
that
Yeah.
requires
Warming
you
up.
lifting
Yeah,
your
yeah.
foot.
you're remembering
and-
what the clutch feels like.
Yeah, but it's a lot more effort in a manual car. Creeping, you like let it out.
But maybe it's fun doing it. I quite like the whole dancing on the clutch.
Did you sit on a hill just revving
Just
and
riding it.
Big
riding
time.
it?
Oh, so you hate it when you see people just rocking on the start line. The front.
We have police officers.
Traffic.
It's not a start line. It's not a race course.
When they're waiting.
Public highway.
waiting for the green light.
when you look to your right, and you're like, yeah, you want to race. Yeah, go on in.
I'll tell you what I hate.
Yeah,
When
officer.
you're in a queue of traffic and cars ahead drive and a gap opens up and then someone just goes on the horn. You're like, where are you going? What rush is this? I'm only going to go 10 yards, but you want me to fill that gap straight away.
I mean, in fairness, like when I go somewhere, it's important.
All
I don't
right,
want people
so-
getting in my way or wasting my time.
Okay, well,
You are
I'll allow
quite
it if it's
impatient
you.
on the road, I must say.
It's a London look.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it just normal London
Yeah, I
thing?
think so.
Yeah.
I'm just a very good, efficient driver. And when I come across people who aren't as good or as efficient as me, it pisses me off.
That's why you get up the arse of people when they're parking, right?
You're too efficient, actually.
What do you mean?
Like you when you're on the motorway and you're waiting to overtake someone, you get right to the last minute and then you come out. Like,
No, that's only if they're in the middle lane.
okay.
I just want to
yeah,
just give them a little...
just a reminder.
Yeah.
Do you also then...
Because they're thinking this guy's going to rear end me.
Yeah, and then they move out of the way.
Yeah, but normally
True.
those people are too busy on their phone to look if you're going to
that's
rear
right.
end.
Yeah, that's my mistake. That is my mistake, yeah.
What you need to do is drive up next to them, wind down the window, and then shout at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw a rock at 'em.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No, we have police
we have
officers
police
watching
officers
this.
With the whole creeping past the lights, I tend to do. I've done this in the past, but it's when I'm looking at not the traffic lights for where I'm at.
When you're looking at your screen?
No. It's when I'm.
The
It's when I'm looking at the other set. You know, when you can see side on and you're sitting
Yeah.
waiting for them to change.
Actually, today, when
Yeah.
I was getting fuel, there's a roundabout, and that exactly happened. I was looking at my lights. I was like, nah, I want to get ahead. And I looked at the lights that were on my right for the people coming onto the roundabout, and they've got these massive, blocky things on them.
Yeah. To stop you doing what you're doing.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, that's like a good 10-inch of metal. So you really can't see when those lights are going to change.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was quite angry about it. And I was thinking at night this would be all right because I'll be able to see the reflection.
Because when theirs goes red, that means you're gone.
that's you're gone. Yeah.
But the only time, because the only time I've done that where I've crept forward is where I've seen it and then I've misjudged it and they've changed, but these ones haven't quite caught up yet. And I'm like crept forward, then I've had to stop, and then that slowed me down. Then whoever's next to me just overtakes anyway.
Oh, you've properly mugged yourself
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Another thing, talking about creeping and stuff. It's not so much creeping, it's just something that I remembered. Zebra crossings again. People, when they say thank you, I will stop. I'll give them a lot of time. But when they just walk out and they don't even make eye contact, or they don't come up to my window and say thank you very much for stopping. I know I'm a pedestrian and you're an important person in a car. Thank you. When they don't do that, I don't give them a lot of space. And I was thinking, I was on the bike the other day and I was thinking, had I had an instructor behind me, I would have failed my test. 100%. Because you actually have to wait for the person to get on the other side of the road.
Yeah.
But in reality, don't. Don't.
That's a good that you had that thought though. That's a nice check. Would I fail if I did this?
And the answer was definitely yes.
Most of the time is yes.
Yes. But have I saved time? Also yes.
Precious seconds.
I wonder if we'd pass our tests if we retook them now.
That's a good video.
Oh, that is a good video.
That would be a good video.
How many mine? I think I'd probably I wouldn't get minus. I'd be in the opposite direction. I get plus points.
You'd be bickering with the instructor before you even left.
No. I'd be driving longer than you've been teaching.
I'll be doing 45 in a 40 and he's like, you're going too fast. And I'll be like, actually, the way the car is calibrated, I'm doing 40. I said that to Rianne in the up the other day. She thought she was speeding. I was like, no, you can do 45.
Because
look at the sat nav. It says
GPS.
40.
Yeah.
But has the sat nav been calibrated?
Well, it's GPS, isn't it?
Still got errors.
Space.
Space.
Space and time.
Tesla.
Yeah. Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Are you just shouting words?
Mars.
It's working, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really confused and I'll stop talking.
Right. Okay. Let's move on. I've confused myself. There's an email from Scott, and it says, policing done right. There's a lot of policing stuff going on at the moment. And Scott writes, "Hi guys, love the podcast, keeping me sane during these times. Thought I'd share an experience I had on the M25 a couple of months ago. I was driving home late at night, very few cars on the road. I checked my mirror and saw a police car slowly catching up to me. It overtook me and I followed at the same speed. As we approached cars in the distance, who were in the middle lane or outside lane," Jack or Ethan, I'm guessing.
Oh, shut
"The police car would go up behind them and put the blues and twos on until they moved over into the inside lane. Yeah. Even if there was space to overtake, they make a point to get these cars to stop middle lane hogging. Love to see it. We need more police cars like this. Thanks, Scott." Oh, yeah. Go on, boys. Is that technically legal?
Yeah, go for it.
What, that
Is
they're
it though?
putting the blues and twos on?
Yeah.
It maybe seems like a bit of overkill.
Yeah.
A flash
I
might
thought
do.
a wee while ago they could find drivers who were
I think
middle lane hogging.
They can still, can't
But
they?
in last
Yeah.
week's podcast, PCS said he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
He might just have a word with them, but I don't think he'd go blues and twos, because what if they're not confident drivers? You put the blues and twos on at night, that would really shit people up.
and they'll move in.
Yeah, probably onto the hard shoulder and then into the bloody barrier.
I don't know.
Yeah. I like it, all right? These police officers,
Yeah.
I like it. What about you, Jack?
Yeah, I like it. Is it? It's no. They have the authority to do it. I guess.
Yeah.
Where
Whether
you're
they
flashing.
should.
Yeah, you're flashing.
You're flashing. Them.
You are a
It's no
proper
different.
flasher.
It's no different.
Yeah, but
really.
seeing a blue light is a lot scarier than seeing. You get flashed all the time.
Why don't you get blue lights on the Karoq?
That is a great idea.
Very illegal. We have police people.
Yeah, it's only illegal
Oh,
if you
yeah.
get caught.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah.
like
Good.
everything in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, we're really going to get
What's the
policed,
last
aren't we?
illegal thing you did?
The last illegal thing.
Which
I did?
isn't illegal because you never got caught.
No.
So just admit. What did you do?
I
This is
actually,
on
I actually
camera.
messed up big time last week.
What?
Oh.
I was going to B&Q, and
What did
there
you nick?
were there were temporary.
Who did you hit?
I cannot explain why I did this even now. I got there were temporary roadworks. I pulled up to the red light, stopped at the red light.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well done, Ethan.
Good job. Yeah.
You've done this 1,000 times before. You're great at driving. For some reason, I then just started driving. I just went through a red light. I was then driving down, and cars were coming the other way.
Oh no.
So they've gone from single lane road,
Yeah.
and everything's in one lane.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh no!" And I just suddenly realised, like, "What? Why have you done that?" So I put on the hazards. I was bunched up. People probably thought I must have jumped it at the last
Well,
second.
you did. No, you did even worse.
You
than
did
that.
not jump, but you
I
just
just
went through a
drove
red.
through a red. I was stopped for it. I was stopped for a red light, but then somehow changed my mind. So I then, this whole other section was coned off
You
for
didn't have to
roadworks.
reverse, did you?
No, but then a lorry was coming. I was like, oh my god,
no.
I don't know what to do. So I had to fire across into the cone section, past the road workers.
Oh,
no!
And I was just sat there, just thinking, these people must think I'm the biggest in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It was so stupid.
But you just don't know what happened. You just had a massive brain fart.
Yeah, exactly. I stopped for the red light, but then went, now you're all right, you can go now. I decided it was safe.
I have had that before though, where you're in a car and you're driving and you just completely forget how to drive, just for a split second, and then it comes back to you.
And it's only for a second, but
Yeah.
there's a catastrophic mistake coming into oncoming traffic.
But have you ever had it where this happened to me, where I was driving towards Lutterworth and they had also closed off one of the roads, and both were red, and they were red for ages, and there were two huge lines of traffic.
So you're both staring at each other.
You could see the bloke there; he was stopped, I was stopped, and we were just like, "Well, we've been here for ages. If it's still red. What are we gonna do?" So then, obviously, I thought, "Stuff this. I'm really important. I've got places to be." pinned it. So did he. I was like, oh, now what?
Yeah, but
Now
his was
what?
green.
His was definitely said something had screwed up with the two boxes.
It's like
there.
at mini roundabouts where you meet someone and you both stop and then you go, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
But you know when you've got those temporary traffic lights and you can like see the end of it,
Mm.
and it's like nighttime. There's not many cars.
God.
Oh, you don't, do you?
Oh, yeah.
You can see the end of it. There's no one
You gotta
coming.
stop.
You got to try your luck.
No, you do not have to try your luck. Listeners at home.
You went really deep into this.
Yeah, I just messed up. I didn't deliberately do it.
But you
I was in
did
the car. You
deliberately
said,
do
"Hold
it.
my beer. Watch this."
I know a trick here.
But I mean, sometimes you need to use common sense. Actually, no. Police officers are watching this.
Sorry.
But sometimes the electronics do screw up, and you just land up just sitting there in the dark, waiting for
Yeah.
a green light. That's never going to happen.
And then you just think, "Stuff it. I'm going to jump."
About flashing the lights. Does that work? Flashing the traffic
Well, they've
lights.
got sensors on them, so I think it does. Yeah.
Does that actually work? Because every time
Kind of a
I've
myth,
done that,
isn't it?
nothing's happened.
You need to flash them more.
Oh,
Yeah.
You need to get your
Yeah.
blues and twos on.
Yeah.
Then
So
they'll change.
do that and then just drive through it. You'll be fine. Right then, next section called Car Advice, and it's been written in by Jeremy. Is this it?
It's time.
Is this it's Jeremy? Jeremy's written in.
Jeremy who?
Jeremy Vine.
Jeremy Carl. We've done this bit. We've done this bit before.
Right. Who's not read something out? Ethan, go for it.
Hi guys, loving the podcast. It's a great thing to have on in the background while I continue to work from home. Thanks for doing your bit to help keep us all a bit sane during the craziness of last year.
You're welcome.
I would be interested to hear your advice on a potential car buying scenario.
Say it.
This is
Say it.
my wife
Yeah.
and I may find myself in sin. Well, you've come to the right place, Jeremy. You've come to me.
Yeah.
I will give you some solid advice.
Solid as a rock.
Oh. My car is a 2014 Seat Toledo, whatever, 1.2 TSI, which incidentally is a great value, spacious, economical car, despite the fact it's probably a bit boring. It's our main car for long distance driving or any drives we do together, and we have no plans to replace it, but expect to keep it for many years to come until it's almost run into the ground. My car advice request concerns my wife's car, which... Oh, come on now, let's move on.
Well,
Yeah,
just
you
get with the
say it,
schedule.
and we can do it.
Dare speak to me like that.
How dare you even retort me? That's a thing, right?
Yeah, go with it.
Yeah, it's
Sweet.
fine.
Claim it. Claim it.
My car advice request concerns my wife's
There we go.
car, which is a 2006 Nissan Micra she's had for years. It served her well, and we don't want to replace it until we have to. But as its MOTs and annual services have been getting gradually more expensive, we are aware that time could come sooner rather than later. My question is in two parts. One, at what point do you think it makes more economic sense to replace a car rather than keep paying for more and more expensive MOTs and annual services? And two, what would you recommend for a replacement small round town runabout petrol car that is capable of doing the occasional longer journey if needed to replace the Micra when the time comes? Likely budget would be 2 to 3 grand. Bonus points if it's something my wife might consider cute or has a good rep for reliability. Hopefully we won't have to cash in on your advice for a while, but would be interested to hear your thoughts. Many thanks, Jeremy. Alex, what do you reckon?
That's a good question. I like that.
Yeah.
So the first one, what point do you think it makes more economic sense to replace a car rather than keep
That's
paying for
tough.
more? I mean, it depends on the car, depends on sentimental value and stuff. But I mean, something like the TT, Rian's old TT, steering rack, that was the point. Something like a Micra, it's a bit of a shitbox, isn't it? If it starts like really piling up in terms of prices and stuff, just get rid, cut your losses, because I'm guessing you don't really have sentimental value with it. It's not fun. Just move on.
If those big things come in, like you're having to pay $1,000 every year or something like that. If you get 2 or 3 of them, then maybe be like, nah.
Exactly, like tires and stuff like that. It's all right, but like if there's rust or brake lines start to go, or power steering racks or alternator, then I don't know. Just move on. Just move on. Buy something more modern. So for the second part, what would you recommend? A VW up. Exactly the car that I replaced.
You're
the
not going to
TT with.
shut up about them now, are you?
No, I'm not. I do like a VW. So $2,000 to $3,000, you can buy yourself a 2012 VW up. It won't be like a high spec one. Mileage will be about, I don't know, 60, 70,000 miles. But they are small, they are cute, super economical. It will be the 3-pot non-turbo version, but you'll still get like 50 mpg around town. They are reliable from what I've seen in the forums. There's a few little things that go, switches on the rear boot release, and like occasional clutch issues, but you just get a clutch rebuild kit. It's not particularly expensive, but they are well built, they're cute, and perfect for around town. And if you want to mod it as well, there's loads of like modding scenes, and it's all cheap stuff like just decals and stuff, just really making up look really cool. Otherwise, go for a Me or a City Go. So that would be my recommendation. They're still 8-9 years old, but modern enough. Loads of airbags, and also 2012 won Car of the Year. So that's pretty high praise. So that's what I would go for. I would call it quits with a Micra sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Just because it's cute, I'm going to suggest a Lupo. So similar sort of vein, isn't it? Really.
That's old though.
I know it is, but I'm sure you could get a really good one for the bottom end of that budget.
I was actually looking at Lupo GTIs.
They're expensive.
Yeah, they're about $4,000.
Yeah.
But it's just another headache, I think, because it is at that age where stuff will start perishing. Stuff will start breaking. I know it's going to be like cheap to replace it, but you'll still have to replace it.
It's cute though.
It's cute. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It is really cool. Yeah. Gareth, what about you? What do you reckon?
I don't know. I don't really think of cars as being particularly cute. So I was just going to go for an Audi A3. Pretty boring.
Jaguar Land Rover A3.
I don't think you'll get anything in that price range for a Jaguar Land Rover. Yeah, I'll go for an A3. It's pretty reliable. 4-pot. Generally okay MPG on the medium range capacity engines.
God, you sound like such a sales rep.
I know.
Jesus. You just don't care about this question, do you?
Not really, no.
All right. We'll
Audi
stick with the
A3.
up or a Lupo.
Normally, if a question that I just take no notice of, I'll just say Golf or an A3.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I will try harder the next time.
At least he's honest.
Yeah, exactly. Ethan, have you got any suggestions?
I've got one.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, I've got one.
Go on.
It's probably going to be the more expensive end of the scale, but very cute. Nissan Figaro.
Oh, shut
No.
up.
Can you pick one up for that dirt cheap price?
No, he's just doing it to
Don't
piss
reckon.
me off. Why are you doing this? It's 6:15 on a Monday. Oh, I was going to say Monday morning. On a Monday evening. You say you just dropped the F-bomb. You're a real piece of shit. And look at you laughing with your ratty little face. It's not on. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry.
Oh, this went so much better than I thought it would.
You've had too many gold bars, haven't you? You're all like hyped up. You're
already
off your
had-
tits
I've
on
had
sugar.
more.
You've
Yeah.
had more than me. I've only had one.
I've had one.
All right, I'll have a
Smash
second.
it.
I'll have a second.
Don't get a Nissan Figaro. Don't get a Lupo. These are all just idiots. Get
Get the
Yeah,
most
get an
recent car
A3.
that
Get an
happens.
E-Pace. Get an I-Pace.
Get an I-Pace.
Yeah, finance an I-Pace.
Oh, ouch.
That's not
It's
good
a
for
lot of
you.
money. Jesus.
It's the best car in the world from the best company in the world.
Yeah, it's one of the best cars in the world from the best car company in the world, I think is what you wanted to say.
Yes.
No, but it says here it wants a good rep.
Rep.
Well,
Reputation.
I am a rep. I'm a representative. I'm a good rep.
Oh, I'm
Good
Buy
yeah.
it. I-Pace.
Reliability,
Finance.
Yeah,
Go.
reliable. Oh,
Yeah.
paddle gaps, it says.
Come on, crack on.
Can we look in the JLR code for definition
No,
of that? Oh, no, that doesn't exist.
define what the issue is with the panel gap.
You know,
Exactly.
You know how you used to
Exactly.
do fist test with the exhaust?
Yeah, yeah. Body test.
Apply that to
Yeah.
the paddle gap.
Yeah, but with
can
your
I
body.
can I stick my fist in this
Yeah,
paddle gap?
There's a video in that, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay to talk out your ass sometimes. Alex.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, lovely.
Yeah, like what you're doing now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we move on?
No, you can carry on talking about something you don't know about.
Okay.
So your panel gaps.
Oh, someone's catty.
It's finally happened.
How's the M4 sale? Okay, we have a story that's been sent in by Chris. Jack, do you want to read it out?
Hi, Alex, Jack, Ethan, and Gareth. Loving the channel, and I look forward to seeing the next shitbox that comes into your possession. Anyway, to the topic at hand. I have a story about my first experience with an electric handbrake. I've just bought an Insignia with the god-awful electric handbrake and stopped at the petrol station for fuel. Once the machine had finished reading my card, I was ready to start filling up. I grabbed the petrol hose, turned around, and to my surprise, my car was no longer there. My car had rolled down the courtyard, nearly taken out an Asda cash machine, and landed in a bush. Unfortunately, this all happened at rush hour, with every pump being occupied. The walk of shame to retrieve my car was immense. And since that day, my hatred for gimmicks on new cars that are prone to being temperamental has intensified. What's wrong with good old-fashioned handbrake lever?
Oh, wow.
All the best, Chris.
Imagine that, seeing that. Poor bloke just put his card in, his car's just rolling off. No one thought to tell him.
Mate.
Wait, hold on. I just want to recap on this. So he's just said blah blah blah. Yeah, bad handbrake, and then he says he's blaming the car. Prone to temperamental.
I think maybe he just didn't push it hard enough or something like that.
Well,
I mean, it's probably
switch, right?
It's probably user error.
Yeah.
But is there a reason, Gareth? Because you work with new cars, obviously. Is there a reason that there are electronic handbrakes and that a physical normal handbrake isn't being used?
Well, I mean, there's a lot less parts to it if you're talking about handbrake cables.
Parts.
There's a lot fewer parts.
Thank you.
Thanks, English teacher and grammar teacher Alex.
Sorry.
Now. Anyway, let me continue. So it just tells a module when you flick a switch and then initiates the handbrake. And also a lot of the... What was the reason I was chatting to you about earlier? The reason for it? I've completely forgotten.
I think it's because you couldn't sell it because the price was too high.
No, that's got nothing to do with the M4. You're so full of shit. Well, a lot of the cars are now electronic, and so these things. I'm gonna try and explain this.
Yeah, it's all just
we've all had a few.
Let's regroup.
You need to calm down.
Let's regroup. Okay.
Yeah.
Your audience is waiting.
Okay, right. So most cars are electronic, and so this happens electronically. So when you key off, it normally initiate an electronic park brake. So that's probably why they've made it electronic, so that they can build in a little bit of automation into it.
So it's dumb-proof.
Yeah, well, people are getting more stupid as
True.
they're driving more modern cars. You've got electric lights, the windscreen wipers turn on automatically. Your car pretty much puts the park brake on automatically when you key off or push a button in. So,
But
that's just one part of it.
Yeah,
No.
maybe you just didn't flick it up
Because
hard
that
enough or
was,
so.
I would imagine that's maybe the previous generation where you would have to initiate it before it actually does it itself. And then a lot of the newer cars are obviously automatic as well, so they put on like a park pull, so it might send a hard lock into one of the parts of the gearbox that just stops it rotating. So yeah, it's pretty much the way things are going. Just
Everything in the
idiot-proof it.
car is electric now.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got all the little
something's gonna be
modules
replaced.
chatting
Yeah,
to
yeah,
each
yeah.
other. Yeah.
It's quite good as well, the one in the Croc as well. You don't have to turn it off, you just drive away. And
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I
all
do
that-
like that.
That's good.
The thing I do not like about the Karoq and probably more
Careful,
modern
careful,
cars,
careful.
Sorry.
Tread careful.
Is, you got the push start button.
Yeah.
Like you get in the car, foot on the brake, that's all good. Press it, and there's like a delay.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it's only a second and a half or so.
Sometimes it's really bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
But it just, even a second and a half feels too long.
It can be like 5 seconds sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Really, that wouldn't happen with a JLR car.
No, it wouldn't start at all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah!
Oh, Ethan, geez.
Go on,
I thought I'd at least
boy.
have some of your support.
Oh,
Come on.
lovely. Right, let's move it very swiftly on to a new game. Well, it's an existing game, but Ethan, you're up, and you've got 3 cars, and you're going to read
Yep.
out the descriptions, maybe show us a few pictures, and then we've got to guess the prices.
Pictures might be tricky. I don't think you need to see the pictures for mine.
Okay,
really.
just give us a general overview.
Okay, my first car is a 1983
Oh.
DeLorean
Oh, what?
DMC 12.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Manual with black interior. Was first imported by the last owner from Las Vegas in 2015.
Wow.
A fine example with only 15,000 miles on the clock. Recently serviced, new belts, idler pulley bearings. Comes with receipts, work carried out in the UK. Excellent body, very straight stainless steel panels. Interior is in outstanding condition.
Oh.
Runs and drives very well. Probably the best one we have seen to date.
What? Who's we?
And this is on Car and Classic.
Car and Classic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think no, 2 of mine are from Car and Classic.
Oh. Okay.
How much?
Oh, so Colin Furs actually owns one of those.
Yeah.
He told me how much he paid for it, and I've just forgotten. So,
Otherwise, it's going to be really juicy.
Yeah,
It's just
no,
disappointment.
paying attention.
literally of no use.
I don't know how good I am at this game, by the way, because I don't know what's good for what's bad for what.
DeLorean.
So we'll
just
find out.
claim it.
Okay,
Just-
fine.
Yeah. Just okay. Jack, you can go first.
Gareth, you can go first.
Oh, fuck. A DeLorean. Is it? It can't,
DMC 12.
there can't be as much as that R34.
Nah.
it might be that much.
Nah. I'm thinking,
It's the best one, though,
Oh,
by
yeah.
the sound of it.
Yeah.
So
Christ, 80k?
I was going to say 60.
I'm gonna say 70. Wait, no. I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna say 100. No, that's dumb. Because they're shit boxes.
Can you just make a decision?
I'm gonna say 100. No.
This is taking too long.
Wait. I'm gonna say 75.
You're cheating!
I'm gonna say 50.
You're very close.
Oh.
45,995.
Oh.
You're not having that point. There's no way.
You
I'm
threw
saying-
too many numbers in there. You're
Shut up.
disqualified.
No, he was telling them the
No, I
answer.
only
That's
did it-
why.
I only did it once.
He only did
What
it
was
once.
yours? 60.
Mine was 60.
So you win.
Alex's was 70. That was his first.
All right, fine.
Right.
I'm sticking with it.
But yeah, you were the
45, right,
closest. Jack.
45. Okay.
Fuck.
Well done,
That's
Jack.
not as bad
Well
as we
done.
thought. It's not as bad.
Thank you.
I'm just ignoring what's coming from here.
All right, next one.
So if you want to pick up a really good DeLorean,
If you want to pick up a bargain,
That
only
seems
46.
cheap. That seems
Yeah.
cheap.
yeah. And Colin Furze has got one, so it's cool.
Yeah.
DeLoreans is the whole thing aluminium.
Stainless steel.
The whole thing is stainless
Yeah.
steel. That must weigh a freaking ton, and maybe a bit more.
Good for cooking on though.
Is it Teflon spraying eggs on it?
would you like the next one?
Yeah.
The next one is a 1968
What are you up to?
Lamborghini
Oh,
Miura.
Oh.
I don't even know what that looks like.
I
Hold
got
on,
no
hold the
idea.
boat.
He's typing in Miura price.
With the shirt. I should cover up.
Oh
the
yeah,
price.
yeah. Oh, that bloody thing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
do
I
know.
can't see it.
Yeah, it's
There's
pretty-
a
I
video
don't
of one
like
of
it.
those burning to the ground a few years ago. Very
Does that
unfortunate.
make you happy or
No, I'm just saying.
the way
Just
you
that
said
make
it
you
just
feel?
reminded me. Just reminded me.
there's one burning to the ground.
They're spenny. I'm gonna go 400.
400k.
No, 400 quid.
400 quid.
Yeah, they're in our sort of price range, aren't they?
Don't know.
Bah. How many are left in the world? That'll give me an indication.
One. This is the last one.
Oh, in that case.
Only 474 were built.
Oh.
Oh wow. It's not many left.
Oh,
then.
okay.
All right, I'll go 450.
I'm going for £650,000.
650,
650.
400,
450.
1.2 million pounds.
I win.
You do win.
Welcome.
Can you just ask us a question about an E39 with 200,000 miles? We'll get it to the nearest penny.
Know your audience, right?
A million.
Wow.
A million.
1.2 million.
Jesus. All right.
That's a nice house.
1,229,000.
Okay.
No, that's a car.
Next car.
But you can't pick up your Tesco shop in a house, can you?
No.
All right, my last one.
Well, if it's a camper van, you can.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
How much do those go for now? A split screen
600
camper
quid.
van.
600
How much are
quid.
they?
We picked up the podcast van for 600 quid. That
But
was a home.
if you were looking for a split screen camper van, do you know how much they are?
Oh, they're like
Thousands.
70, 80.
Really?
Yeah, big money. Big
Jeez.
money. Yeah, proper dough. Right, what's the last car?
Yeah, sorry, I digress.
The last car is a 1988
Oh.
Ford
Oh.
Fiesta.
A 1988 Ford Fiesta? Oh, no, these are dumb prices.
What's
now
the
as well.
spec?
I bet it's
Show you
basic
a picture?
bitch spec, is it?
Picture?
Yeah. Oh, that is proper basic bitch, isn't it? All right.
What's the engine in it?
1.1?
Engine is a 1.1.
How mu-
50,000 miles. Manual.
Okay, I'm going to say... I'm going to say 9 grand.
I'm gonna say $7,000.
12.5.
2 grand.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
No way.
Had 7 bids on it and went for 2 grand. This
Wow.
was
No,
on-
that seems cheap.
I wanna see
Jesus.
This was on collecting cars.
Oh, that's the Chris Harris one,
Okay.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I've got wonky. I was thinking
2
of the version
grand.
before that. Sorry.
Oh, I'd have that.
2 grand.
Yeah,
That's-
I
that's-
wouldn't.
That's
buy
cool,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah, that is cool.
I was thinking of the the really, really old one. I think it's like maybe the Mark 1 Fiesta.
That
was
is
out.
the Mark 1 Fiesta.
There was a really cool one.
Thing,
that-
as soon as I hear like 40,000 miles,
Yeah.
their price just seems like
And
it's going to be.
1988
Yeah, it seems
as
like it's going to be
well. Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite
play,
surprised when I
fair
saw
play.
that.
Oh, it's the Escort, I'm thinking. I don't know my Fords very well at all. It's the Escort, I'm thinking.
yeah.
Because those
The
proper
boxy
dough
ones,
Yeah.
Who
That's
won
what I'm
that
thinking of.
No
me.
one.
yeah, Jack, technically.
I was still 5k off.
Excellent. That was good fun. We have got a driving etiquette email from Barney. Jack, you got this?
I can do this one. Hey guys, recently I've been noticing the standards of driving drop immensely.
They've been following you on the road.
Yeah. I wanted to get your opinions on some of my experiences and if you've ever noticed changes too. I'm a delivery driver for my local supermarket and spend a lot of time on the road. Different conditions, time of day, and various locations around the counties, Herts and Essex. I've been noticing a lot of shoddy driving recently, and it's become a real problem on my routes. Pet peeves and annoyances I've seen increasingly recently. Bullets for Gareth.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
Rolling out of T-junctions, sees a car-sized gap, goes for it, not looking both ways, no checking if there's a bigger gap behind me.
Annoying.
Super dangerous.
Stacking together on roundabouts, unnecessarily driving alongside a car/van on a tight roundabout just because there are 2 lanes, very annoying for bigger delivery vans. Major blind spot issue, just put everyone on the roundabout under more pressure.
Yep.
Tailgating the last car in a line of traffic. You're leaving a perfect gap and a great distance. Someone behind you insists on sitting 2 feet from your bumper. Pressuring other drivers to overtake cyclists. Happens all the time. Drivers using blind bends to overtake and getting lucky not hitting anyone. Seems to have become a law that you must overtake cyclists as soon as humanly possible. Don't you dare wait for a better place to overtake. Overall, you must get to wherever you're going to as fast as possible. Being a younger driver, I see my friends adopting this trait very early on. There is no skill in teaching someone to drive anymore. It's become a binary task. Courtesy and looking ahead on the road takes a back seat to speed limits, Apple CarPlay, and arrival times.
Yeah.
I was lucky to be taught in a more old school way and appreciate it so much. Sorry for the long message. I hope you can get some good conversation from this. Brackets for Jack, Harlow and Sorbo are different animals. Good luck with everything, Barney.
That's like a Grind My Gears greatest hits, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Compilation
Yeah.
album.
You just imagine the album cover. Yeah, Barney, I would agree as well. I think people are getting worse and worse. And I think, like we discussed earlier, it's because cars are getting more and more clever. So people are switching off more and more.
Are we also alerting people to these problems so they're noticing it more?
I think it's the
dunno.
lockdowns. I've noticed the driving of people has deteriorated to the point where I think you need to maybe go have your test again.
It's actually they're not practicing as much.
I just think people are so used to an empty road that they think they can just drive like cocks wherever. It's really bad out my way. Like especially the cyclist thing. I've seen
Yeah, I
people
hate
doing
that,
some
yeah.
really dumb stuff
You
with
hate
cyclists. And they'd like be one of the most vulnerable road users, and people are just like really close passing them.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you could have waited like a few seconds to overtake safely.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
sketchy. I don't know.
I completely agree with people just want to get somewhere as quickly as possible.
But why?
Like,
The
yeah.
country's on lockdown. Where
Yeah.
where do you have to go? That's so
I don't
goddamn
think it's
important.
that much of a problem. I think that these days people don't enjoy driving anymore because driving used to be so involving and you had to get
You reckon?
involved with it and changing gear and looking around and being safe and stuff like that and hearing the engine roar.
Yeah.
These days you don't really get any of that. It's all numbed. So you just want to get from A to B as quickly as possible. And you don't, because you're in such a safe box, you don't care what happens around you so much. So maybe like a cyclist, you just see as an object that needs to get out of the way. Whereas before you're in a tinny like Fiesta, like we were talking about there, you drive that and you'll drive a lot better than you would in say an I-Pace or something.
That's a good
because
point. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
so cocooned and all the noises outside are just completely just deleted and everything. You've got double glazing.
Like when I drive the Z3, because the tracking's not set up that great at the moment, I'm so on it when I'm driving it, and the Karoq basically drives itself.
Yeah.
That, yeah, I probably am guilty of switching off a bit, and it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I do wonder if you may be hitting home because like zipping around in that I-Pace, it's really quiet.
Yeah.
You don't really get the whole speed thing.
Yeah. And you have no fear of crashing in cars like that.
Yeah, and I pin it. You get so involved with the torque as well. You think it's normal.
Yeah.
Whereas in actual fact, you are accelerating like a dick.
Yeah.
So
I just drove through a red light for that.
So maybe I've just insulted a whole bunch of people. Like, say, where the hell are you gonna go? But then equally, I should be maybe asking myself that question.
But yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not the fault of people. It's just society and car manufacturing has changed so much that people have also adopted those more lazy ways. It's just people just getting with the times. I don't know.
Do you think they could be doing more on, say, like the motorway gantries, things like don't stay in the middle lane, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that?
I don't think when I see like signs on gantries, I ignore them. I just don't care. I don't want to be told what to do when I'm driving.
So like says your lanes, your exit's closed. You're like, don't tell me.
Cones, I don't care. I'm in an I-Pace or a brand new BMW. It's not going to hurt me.
I will still be coming off at that exit.
Exactly, yeah. That red light, I'm going through it, mate.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree as well, especially when you're on a motorbike. You're like super, super vulnerable, and you do notice when the schools went back when I was taking Rianne to and from, it's like all the mums and parents who haven't been taking their kids, it's like they've forgotten how to drive. And on a Friday as well, Friday morning is the worst, and Rianne will confirm that as well, because Friday everyone just wants to get to work and then wants to go home to enjoy the weekend, and they just drive even worse. They're just looking forward to, well, not that we can really at the moment, but looking forward to the weekend and be able to switch off. So I think it's loads of factors, but I think it's car manufacturing, and cars are just so safe, and you are not, at the mercy of the elements, and you just think, nothing bad is going to happen to me, so you take more risks. And you switch off, and there's like phones and screens and stuff. It's just so much involvement with everything going on that driving almost is like secondary.
It's like the closest you are to danger, the further you are from harm. Is that what you're thinking? When you're more dangerous cars, so you're more alert.
Exactly.
I do wonder if
Takeaway driver rates.
But no, if it will come to a point where the car will start making those decisions for you. Like you're coming up to a cyclist and you're like, I'm not going to give him much space. And then the car just hammers on anchors. Maybe it'll come to a point where they're going to have to start building these in.
The car asks
saying,
what distance you want to overtake. Would you like 1 meter?
And then you're like, hold on. 1, 0, 0. No, that's 1 millimeter.
Like Audi distance or Toyota distance?
Yeah, I don't know. Do car manufacturers start building these into the software?
I don't know. There's a lot of questions that you guys need to answer, you clever people.
Barney, what have you done to us?
Barney. God, you made us all boring.
I want an autonomous car so I can go to the pub, drive me home. And
sound like your dad. He got it. All right, we've got an email now from... Oh, I've taken your name out.
Sam Miller.
Sam Miller. Hello, Sam Miller. The strapline is advice from my agony uncles.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah?
Uncles?
Hi, Alex, Ethan, Jack, and Gareth. I hope you are well. I have a dilemma and I need your help. I'm in the market for a new car. I have a budget of £3,000 to £3,500 and have 3 cars currently in mind. A Mark 2.5 MX-5, the 1.8 VVT, an RX-8, or a Mark II Audi TT. I have owned 2 MX-5s in the past, one of which got written off by an elderly lady pulling out in front of me. Photo attached. I love the MX-5 and know I will love the next one, but feel maybe it's time for something different. I know the reputation of the RX-8 and would be using it as a daily as well, as just a toy, so this plays on my mind. As well as a toy, so this plays on my mind. The Audi TT is lovely, but of course it isn't rear-wheel drive, so this plays on my mind too. God, there's a lot of things playing on his mind. My question to you is, which one of the 3 should I go for, or is there something else that fits my criteria that I should think of? Thank you very much, Sam Miller.
What about the
what do
Audi
you
TT?
No. I mean, the Mark II, probably a lot better. If it's front-wheel drive as well, don't go for the Quattro if you want to save yourself a lot of hassle. I don't know about the Mark II, actually. Just the Mark 1. Just avoid the Mark 1.
Maybe the Mark II is packaged more tightly. There's more stuff going on.
I would be surprised.
You have to
probably
drop the subframe to change the oil.
Take the engine out to reverse. Well, what would you go for out of these 3? Or is there something that Sam's missing?
Can't we add another one in?
Yeah.
I would I don't think I'd go for an RX-8 if I've got a daily yet.
No.
I think it would be in the back of your mind the whole
Yeah.
time, wouldn't it?
Unless you got a spare engine, you can just drop in over the weekend.
Yeah. Maybe that's how you combat that. Maybe you just have an engine backup
But
ready.
then the rebuilds, the rebuild kits themselves are super expensive.
Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
have rotary revs on speed dial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd personally have a Mark II TT again for the not being rear-wheel drive. Yeah, and also you've put me off them chronically.
Yeah.
I used to like TTs.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, that's affected all of us.
Now I like an up.
Your up has messed all of us up.
Yeah.
Prices are going to start dropping.
Excellent.
Out of those three, I would say the MX-5. But I think maybe you should look further afield. I think maybe you should mix it up. If you've had MX-5s in the past, I don't know what. I haven't got a suggestion for you, but maybe think of a fourth.
Yeah.
Buy a Hyundai Coupe or something.
That's quite boring. It's quite boring.
Oh, really?
Well, he's got like $3,000 to spend, man.
Ever since you got the up.
Oh, is there
Changed.
money
Yeah.
involved in
Changed,
this?
I've
Hold on a
changed.
second.
3 to 3.5k. I too would not go for any of these, especially not the TT or the RX-8 as a daily. How about something like maybe something like a Fiat Coupe, non-20 valve turbo? They just look great. I just love the styling of them. Or a Alpha GTV. I mean, reliability
good call.
maybe
That's a good
questionable
call.
with reliability.
They're
But I
not-
think
they're not too bad. Are
I
they?
think I don't know. I think for like 3.5, you can probably get the 3.2 V6. So that's a great looking car.
He wants rear-wheel drive though, doesn't he?
Yeah, this is why I was thinking a 1 Series, a 130.
Oh,
But soft top. Did they 130 come out in a soft top?
yeah. So you can get the 125i, which is a 3 liter as
Yeah.
well.
I would go for a 6-pot.
Yeah.
Soft top, 1 Series,
Interesting.
rear wheel drive. I think
Interesting.
that's the way I would go for it.
And then get a Quafe LSD because it'll be open. It'll be open.
Depends. Well, the e-diffs aren't like awfully bad on those.
I think this is just like properly open though.
Yeah,
For an
yeah.
old car.
But if it's got
Oh, you
braking
don't want
and
that. I
whatnot.
think he wants to have some fun.
Oh, does he?
How about a
Go on.
a
Oh.
6-cylinder Z3? You get one for that money. It's like an MX-5, but it's not.
Someone asked me.
Bit lakey.
Someone asked me the other day,
Yours is.
should I get a Z3 or a Z4 for around the same price? And I said, every day go for a Z4.
Yeah.
Because you can get the 6-pot and you can get the soft top. Z4. Get a Z4 for $3,000.
That's actually a good call.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Get a Z3.
No. How is your Z3?
It's undercover.
Yeah. How is it though?
It's all right.
Well, I mean, when you lifted the cover, probably on the weekend, just check everything. Was
Yeah,
okay.
it's all good.
Yeah,
How was
was it?
Phil when you checked him at the weekend?
Touche.
Whenever you say that, you know I always have a comeback.
You piece of shit. Ethan, I can see you're desperate to jump in there
Yeah,
with some suggestions. So
I was going to
Stage is
completely
yours.
agree with RX-8.
Hey, I was thinking.
Really?
Yeah,
Can you get
get an RX-8.
okay.
I dare you.
Can you get a 2.7 liter Porsche Boxster
Oh, interesting.
No.
for that price?
No.
Not even a
No.
2.7.
How about a really ropey one?
Yeah, a really ropey one, project car. Surely you can get one.
That he's got a daily.
I don't think so. I think they start at about 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Just knock them down.
Knock them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Porsche Boxster, 2.7 liter, flat 6.
That'd be
Sounds
interesting.
great.
That'd be
Great
interesting,
summer car.
actually. Yeah.
Huh.
You were about to say that.
That was my next
Sorry, I took the
suggestion,
words right out of
actually.
your mouth.
Yeah.
MR2.
Oh.
Midship runabout 2-seater. Next question.
That wasn't for you.
Oh, you were looking at me.
That was for Sam. We'll say you are one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That we'll sell it.
Oh, you can't have that one.
No.
Stopping parents parking in front of the house.
That car is just a bollard.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really
yeah.
is,
So the
yeah.
council said I couldn't put trees, like a tree in a big, like 200 kilogram pot.
Yeah.
You,
Say it now.
you asked
What,
that
on the
question.
road?
You asked that question.
Yeah,
Can I
yeah,
put
yeah.
a tree in the road?
No, not on the road because
On the pavement?
There's
On
a
a
bit
public
of
pavement?
road outside my house.
You weren't,
in
weren't
the-
surprised when they said no, were you?
Just hear me out. Hear me out.
Can
hear me
I
out,
can
hear
I
me
dig
out,
up
hear
the
me out.
tarmac and plant some trees?
Well, I was gonna dig. I said a bloody pot. I was gonna stick the plant in a pot.
Oh, like they do in London at the moment to stop people driving through roads.
Oh yeah, exactly like
Yeah.
that, and then find them.
Yeah.
So what I was
Why
gonna
don't you
do-
just get a pole and say no cars?
Well, what I was gonna do? Hear me out. I was gonna take these big old pots, 200 kilogram
Yeah.
pot. You have a hard time moving that, even if you crash into it. Stick a tree in it, and then stick it there in front my house, so they can't park their goddamn
It's on
car
the
there.
road, Gareth.
But it's not. There's a bit of
Public
pavement.
pavement.
Well, in actual fact, the original deeds for the house, that bit of land belonged to the house.
Does it still belong
and
to the
over
house?
time,
Yeah.
the council started tarring it, and therefore it became their problem. But it does actually belong to these cottages. Anyway, long story short, MR2 stays because it stops bloody parents
Well, if
parking
you
outside
put
my
that
house.
tree there,
Yeah.
and the council said, "Can you move it?" And you go, "Well, I don't know how that got there."
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but then they say, "Oh, we will." No, the guy, his exact words were, "We will remove it for you and then charge you."
Oh,
You should do it.
checkmate.
Dig a moat.
So I was like, I should have just said, "You and whose army, mate, chap."
Oh, chapped. Right.
What did we land on that?
And MR2, I'm pretty sure MR2.
I think RX8.
Boxster.
I think it was
Is Z4? 3 litres?
Countach.
Yeah.
Countach.
Sam, pick one of them.
Yeah, go for a Z4. I
They'll
think
be-
that's a great shout.
Get
It'll be
another
fine.
bloody MX5.
Yeah. You know you go. Why are you wasting our time? I bet you've got an earring as well. Get an MX5. Shut up, Sam. Anyway, Sam and friends, that now concludes the Car Throttle Podcast. I hope you've enjoyed listening to other people's stories and us ranting on, and hopefully it will inspire you to email us your tales, unpopular opinions, and anything you want to get off your chest. Let us know by emailing carstories@carthrottle.com. As for us, you can find me on Instagram @AutoAlex.
I'm at Jack W. Joy.
I'm at Gareth R. Potter.
I'm at Ethan Smale, and you can follow Car Throttle at Car Throttle everywhere. Go everywhere. And also, we've
Yeah?
got some cool merch.
We do.
Shop.carthrottle.com.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right, before we go, King of the One Line, and Mr. Jack Joy, has got is it a riddle?
Well, I didn't do a joke last time.
Didn't do
I'm
a
getting. I want to mix it up a little bit. I wasn't feeling
Alright,
it. So
alright.
this week,
Mhm.
I've got a riddle for you. Yeah.
Riddle me this.
Okay. Riddle me
Let me
this.
get comfortable. Hold on.
Yeah.
Go-
You're really gonna have to
I'm gonna
buckle yourself
stretch.
into this one,
I'm gonna
Gareth.
stretch.
I'm a bit worried about you with this
Here
one.
we go. Here we go.
How are your feet, Alex?
Hold on tight.
Good.
Okay, right. Listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What goes in hard and dry, and comes out wet and soft?
Hard goes in hard and dry.
A towel.
Goes in hard and dry. How's a towel ever hard?
A tampon.
That's not the answer. No.
Well, a penis.
Someone had to say it, didn't they? It's not that.
It is though.
It can be.
Goes
That's
in
not-
So
hard
I've
and-
won.
That's not what I'm looking
All
for.
right. Okay. Okay.
Goes in hard and dry. Comes out a rag.
What comes out goes in hard and dry?
Comes out wet and soft.
An ice cube.
No.
Soft.
Water is soft.
You said
Is it
ice
dry?
A face cloth.
Is water dry?
Oh, it's dry. It can be if it's like the ice.
All right, dry ice.
Dry ice. Yeah.
Dry ice.
I've got two right answers.
Ice is carbon dioxide.
What about an iced penis?
Oh my god, he's got it.
Wait, hold on.
Say again. Hard and soft. No, hard and dry.
What
Hard and
goes
dry.
in hard and dry, it comes out wet and soft.
Wet and soft. Hard and dry.
An icicle.
Don't be stealing me.
Is that not right?
No,
Oh.
I've already been there.
Oh, I wasn't
Hard and
listening.
Thought.
Wet and soft.
A fart. No, that's not
Wet
right.
and soft. Hard and dry. Wet and soft.
Let me know when you're ready for the answer.
Oh. Tell us the answer.
Aye, a
What's
biscuit. A biscuit goes in hard and dry and comes out wet and soft.
You're
Yes.
along the right line.
But no. Why would it come out wet and
Well,
soft?
it has to come out. Well,
The
why would it come
answer
out
is
dry? Yeah.
chewing gum.
Oh.
There you go.
I prefer penis.
I prefer penis.
Yeah, we all prefer penis.
I actually prefer biscuit as well.
a
Yeah,
biscuit
that
penis.
makes more sense.
A biscuit-shaped penis. Okay, and on that happy note, have a great week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.